$100 a month. That's $3.30 a day. Less than a coffee and a bagel. And if you invest that consistently for 10 to 15 years, you'll have over $100,000. Not from getting lucky, not from timing the market, not from buying some guru's course, from one boring habit repeated every single month. And in the next 22 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. The account to open, the fund to buy, how to increase your contributions as you earn more, and the realistic timeline that gets you to six figures. This is how you turn $100 a month into $100,000. Let's go. If you're tired of finance content that assumes you have thousands to invest, subscribe right now. This channel is built for regular people with regular paychecks who want to build real wealth. No BS, no courses, just systems that actually work. Hit subscribe. Let's build this together. Before we get into the plan, let's talk about why $100 a month is actually more powerful than a $1,000 lump sum for most people. And it's not obvious. Here's the reality. Most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Saving $1,000 all at once feels impossible. But finding $100 a month? That's doable. Cut 2 subscriptions, pack lunch twice a week, skip 1 dinner out. Boom! $100 freed up. But the real power isn't in the amount, it's in the consistency. $100 every single month for 10 years beats $1,000 sitting there doing nothing. Why? Because of 3 things. 1. Dollar cost averaging. When you invest the same amount every month, you automatically buy more shares when prices are low and fewer when prices are high. You're not trying to time the market. The timing happens automatically. 2. Forced discipline. When it's automatic, you can't skip it. You can't talk yourself out of it. It just happens. $1,000 sitting in your account, you'll spend it. $100 auto-transferring before you see it, you won't even miss it. 3. Scalability. Here's the part nobody tells you. You won't invest $100 a month forever. As your income grows, that 100 becomes 150, then 200, then 300, and that's where the real wealth builds. We'll get to that. So yes, $100 a month is small, but small and consistent beats large and one time. Every single time. Okay, let's do the math. Because I promised you $100,000 and I need to show you how we get there. And I'm going to be brutally honest about the timeline. Scenario 1, you invest $100 a month, every month, for 10 years. You never increase it. The market averages 10% annually. At the end of 10 years, you have about $20,400. That's $12,000 you contributed. $8,400 in growth. Good, but not $100,000. Scenario 2. You start with $100 a month, but every year when you get your raise, you increase your investment by just 1% of your income. So year 2, you're investing $110. Year 3, $120. Year 5, $150. Year 10, $200. Now the math changes. 10 years, increasing contributions, same 10% average return, you end up with around $41,000. Better, but still not $100,000. Scenario 3, the realistic one. You start with $100 a month. You increase it gradually as you earn more, but you keep going past 10 years. At year 15, with contributions growing from $100 to about $300 per month, you cross $100,000. So let me be honest. The title says 10-year plan. The reality is it's more like a 12 to 15-year plan to hit $100,000 if you start with $100 a month. But here's why that's still incredible. You're turning about $30,000 to $40,000 in total contributions into $100,000 in value. The market did the rest. That's real wealth building. Now, if you can increase your contributions faster, the timeline shrinks. If you hit $200 a month by year 3 and $400 by year 7, you can hit $100,000 closer to 10 years. That's why I call this a 10-year plan, because it's possible, but it requires you to increase your contributions as your income grows. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Step 1, open the right account. And for monthly investing, you want an account with 2 features: no minimums and automatic investment options. My top 3: Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab. All three let you set up automatic monthly investments. All three have fractional shares, so your $100 gets fully invested, even if the fund costs more than $100 per share. Pick any of them. They're all solid. Account type. If you're earning income and making under $161,000 single or $240,000 married, open a Roth IRA. Everything grows tax-free. When you withdraw in retirement, zero tax. If you're over those limits, taxable brokerage account works fine too. Opening takes 10 minutes. Go to fidelity.com, click Open Account, choose Roth IRA, enter your info, link your bank, done. Now you're ready to set up the automatic monthly transfer. Here's the critical part. Don't just open the account and manually invest each month. You'll forget. Life gets busy. You'll skip months. Instead, go to the Auto Invest section. Set it to pull $100 from your checking on the same day every month. I recommend the day after your paycheck hits. The money moves before you see it, before you can spend it, before you can talk yourself out of it. Step 2. Buy the right fund. And for monthly investing, you want a fund with three things: total market exposure, low fees, and no purchase minimums. Option 1. VTI, Vanguard, Total Stock Market ETF, owns every publicly traded U.S. company, 3,500 stocks, one fund, expense ratio 0.03%, basically free. You can buy fractional shares at Fidelity and Schwab, so your full $100 gets invested every month. Option 2, FZROX, Fidelity Zero Total Market Index, same idea as VTI, entire U.S. market, but the expense ratio is literally zero, free. The catch is you can only buy it at Fidelity. If you're opening your account there anyway, FZROX is perfect for monthly investing. Option 3, VTSAX, Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. This is the mutual fund version of VTI. Same holdings, same performance. But mutual funds let you invest exact dollar amounts more easily. The minimum to open is $3,000 though. So if you're starting with $100 a month, you'd go VTI or FZROX until you hit $3,000. Then you could switch to VTSAX if you prefer mutual funds. Bottom line, VTI, FZROX, VTSAX. Pick one. They're all the same strategy. Total U.S. market, low cost, diversified across thousands of companies, and perfect for monthly automatic investing. You might be wondering why not individual stocks? Apple, Tesla, Nvidia? Because picking winners is gambling, not investing. For every Tesla that goes up 10 times, there's a stock that goes to zero. VTI just owns all of them. The winners outweigh the losers over time. That's how markets work. And you're not trying to beat the market. You're trying to match it, which is what VTI does. Step 3. This is the step that separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck. Increase your contributions as your income grows. Here's how it works. You start investing $100 a month. Year 1, $1,200 contributed. Then you get your annual raise. Let's say it's 3%. On a $50,000 salary, that's $1,500 more per year. $125 per month. Take just 1% of that raise and add it to your monthly investment. That's $1,250 more per month. Now you're investing $112.50 instead of $100. You barely notice it because your paycheck still went up, but your investment just grew by 12.5%. Year 2, another raise, another 1% bump. Now you're at $125 per month. Year 3, $137.50. Year 5, $160. Year 10, $220. And this is conservative. This assumes you only add 1% of each raise. If you can do 2 or 3%, you hit $100,000 way faster. Here's the psychology. Most people get a raise and immediately inflate their lifestyle. Nicer apartment, new car payment, more restaurants. The raise disappears. But if you automate the investment increase before you adjust your lifestyle, you never miss it. Your lifestyle still improves, but your wealth improves faster. And this doesn't just apply to annual raises. Got a promotion? Increase your investment. Paid off your car? Redirect that payment to investments. Got a bonus? One-time contribution. Tax refund? Invest it. Every income increase is an opportunity to increase your wealth building. Realistic targets: early career, age 22 to 28, 100 to 150 per month. Mid-career, age 28 to 35, 150 to 300 per month. Established career, age 35 plus, 300 to 500 plus per month. These aren't rules. They're just realistic ranges based on typical income growth. Now let's talk about the reality. What if you can't increase your contributions? What if you're stuck at 100 a month for years because life is expensive and raises aren't happening? First, 100 a month for 20 years is still 40,000 contributed. That becomes about 76,000 with 10% average returns. That's not 100,000, but it's still real wealth. It's still 40,000 more than you'd have if you never started. Second, even if you can't increase the dollar amount, you can optimize in other ways. 1. Make sure you're getting the full employer match on your 401k first. That's free money. 2. As you pay off debts, redirect those payments to investing. 3. Side income. Even an extra $50 a month from selling stuff or a small side gig doubles your investment rate. Third, consistency beats perfection. $100 a month for 10 years beats $200 a month for 3 years that you quit because life got hard. The people who build wealth aren't the ones with perfect plans. They're the ones who keep showing up every month, even when it's hard. One important note: if you don't have an emergency fund, build that first before you go all in on investing. $1,000 minimum. 3 months of expenses, ideally, because if an emergency happens and your only savings is in the market, you might have to sell at a loss. Keep some cash accessible, then invest the rest. Let's talk about the mistakes that kill monthly investors, because I've seen people start strong and destroy their progress with these 5 errors. Mistake 1. Stopping during market crashes. The market drops 20%. Your account goes from 5,000 to 4,000. Panic. Stop contributing. Huge mistake. When prices drop, your $100 buys more shares. That's when you should be increasing, not stopping. Market crashes or sales. Buy more. Mistake 2. Constantly changing funds. You start with VTI, then you hear about some other fund, switch to that, then switch again. Every switch creates potential tax events in taxable accounts, and you're constantly chasing performance. Pick one fund, stick with it. Boring wins. Mistake 3. Checking your account every day. You're investing monthly for 10 to 15 years. Daily price movements mean nothing. If you check every day, you'll see red days and freak out. Check quarterly or yearly. You're not a day trader. You're a long-term investor. Act like it. Mistake 4. Not increasing with income growth. This is the biggest one. You start at 100 a month. 5 years later, you're making 20,000 more per year. Still investing 100 a month. Why? Increase it. Even small bumps compound massively over time. Mistake 5. Pulling money out for non-emergencies. You've been investing for 2 years. Got 3,000 in your account. You want a vacation. Pull it out. Now you've lost 3,000 plus all the future growth on that 3,000. Real emergencies? Yes, that's what emergency funds are for. Wants? No. Let it grow. Okay, let's get real about the timeline to 100,000. Because the title says 10 years, but I owe you the full picture. Scenario 1. Pure $100 a month, never increase. 10% average returns. You hit 100,000 at year 30. Yes, 30 years. That's too long for most people. Scenario 2. Start with 100. Increase by 1% of your raises annually. You hit 100,000 around year 15. More realistic. Scenario 3. Aggressive contribution increases. Start at 100. Hit 300 by year 5. Hit 500 by year 8. You can hit 100,000 closer to 10 years. This requires income growth and discipline, but it's doable. Here's my honest take. If you start with 100 a month and you're serious about hitting 100,000, plan for 12 to 15 years, not 10. But if you can accelerate your contributions as your career grows, you can shorten that to 10 or even 8. But here's what matters more than the timeline. You're building a system, a habit, a wealth machine that runs automatically. Whether you hit 100,000 in 10 years or 15 years, you're still lapping everyone who never started. And once you hit 100,000, the next 100,000 happens way faster. That's how compound growth works. $100 a month. 3 steps. Open the right account with Auto Invest. Buy the right fund. Increase your contributions as you earn more. That's how you turn $100 a month into $100,000. It won't happen overnight. It'll take 10 to 15 years, but it will happen. And you'll build wealth while most people are still waiting for the perfect time to start. If this video gave you a plan, you can start today. Hit that like button. If you want more investing strategies for regular people with regular paychecks, subscribe. Because I'm breaking down wealth-building systems that don't require you to be rich to start. You just need to start. $100 a month. That's your entry ticket. Use it, and I'll see you in the next one.